Pharmacy and young bright students of pharmacy of Babakla College. Ma'am, you will be able to display the presentation, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. While the presentation is coming up, today's agenda for the next 25 to 30 minutes is business model canvas. I will be speaking on that, and interaction also would take place at the end of the session. Before we go into business model canvas, I would like the audience to understand the two terminologies, namely the canvas and the business model. Probably many of the students' family will be already engaged in business, traditional business, or few of them may be associated with the professional business, or many of you may be willing to become an entrepreneur. The business model is, many models are available. This BMC business model canvas is one of the model. The term canvas, as you all know, it is a rough, thick cloth, basically, that is used in this business model canvas for one single purpose. This business model is a visual model, as well as this BMC is a structured model. I am using two terminologies: visual model, structured model. Canvas is also used for the purpose of painting, for the purpose of display, for various purposes. So the term canvas here used with the connotation of having a visual plan. This visual plan of business management canvas, business canvas, is structured one, which is different from traditional one. It basically has 9 components. We will go one by one in the presentation when it comes by. It has majorly 9 components, but for any business, the centric is being the customer. Say, for example, I will give an example of your own. Every educational institute is centric towards its students. Students are the customers. Accordingly, this business model canvas is no exception. To flourish any business, before even flourishing, to start and sustain a business, the customers are the key point. They are the blood of the business. This visual structured approach, as I said, it has a design, it has an analysis part, it has an optimizing part, it is also having a communicating part. There are 4 parts into that. One is, as I said, design part of it. Design part of it, the centric is being the customer. The other 9 components we will take one by one. There is no need for any panic over there in case of a technology. If the presentation is not coming up, I will go slowly so that students, if they want to take a notes, they can take up a notes also. So what is meant by the design? Design component, it has majoritarily 9 components over there in the business model. Namely, the very first component of the business model is the particular key activities. There are key activities which for every organization and every business. I will compare it once again with an educational institution for an easy understanding. Key activities for a graduating a student in pharmacy. That is also a business plan for an educational institution. You students have joined the program 4 years back. It's a 4-year program. You have an activity. There is a structured activity of the courses, structured activity of the evaluation, structured activity of continuous assessment, and structured activity of grading, and structured activity of awarding. These are the key activities. For any business model, there are various key activities, including either it is a service oriented or production oriented or product oriented or combination of products. For pharma, I can say that some industries are into production mode. Some industries only do with the marketing of the pharma products. Some specialized partners are there only for the purpose of distribution. So many key factors are there. If you are going to produce till the end, if you are going to manage till the level of consumers, there comes the channels. Who are going to be the distributors? Who are going to be the retailers? And how you are going to move your product to the end customers at the consumption stage. It may be a model business to business also. You may serve from a manufacturing, just hand it over to another organization or industry or another business model for marketing. There could be another business model which can come, which can be only solely into distribution. Another one may come, storage, and further down to the retailers and wholesalers and the consumers. In the pharma industry, one of the latest development, you can know that Apollo being the hospitals, they have come into pharmacy. They have started their own pharmacy, but the distributor channel is theirs, but manufacturing is not there. They have a different kind of a business model. They acquire, they don't produce on their own. They distribute also, store it also, distribute to the core consumers also, apart from their own hospitals. That is one kind of a business model. Alternatively, you can say pharmacy, which is reaching to the doorstep. Even Apollo has started pharmacy, which reaches your doorstep at the consumable area. So in every aspect, it is consumer centric. Then comes when you have a customer, the next activity in the canvas comes customer relations. How do you are going to interact with the customers, either on a direct basis, or you can have multiple models. You can have a dedicated customer officer based on the profile of the customer, or you can have an automated services. You have IVR, you have other modes where people will go to the kiosk or make a call and select the options. They do the services. Above all, after this session, probably you will be giving your feedback to Professor Shiny. Since you are the centric people, customer centric, the feedback is more necessary in order to correct, update, and improve the models. Accordingly, this canvas model is a ever growing, ever evolving, ever dynamic. If you lay down certain principles, you will be revisiting according to the feedback. Now, when we talk about the customers has several separate segments. The business may concentrate only for kids. The business may concentrate only for girls. The business may concentrate only for men. You know that, like L'Oreal, you know that, which comes to cosmetics, focusing on a segment. The same way with regard to elderly people at home, separate services are there for elderly care, once again, which is a healthcare one. Or otherwise, there are new concepts coming in where elders live in, new business plan. All the elders are live in a community, in a gated community, duly financed. So many segments you can create, like certain segments like Johnson & Johnson, which has a specific vertical and specialized vertical towards baby care. So you can relate. I am giving you the examples of various pharma models also. But any business to succeed, there comes most importantly another blood. One side is the customer. Through customer, you generate revenue. But before generating revenue, you go into various models of production, services. The good example for services is telephone industry, your bandwidth industry. All those things are coming into over there. What kind of a cost you are going to make? That matters much. Without money, nothing happens. How are you going to generate fund out of it? As you are all aware, if it is a small venture, you can start with your own finances. If not, the business are not nowadays, it's localized, it's not nationalized, it's not regionalized, it is globalized. So you need an enormous amount. In order to raise the capital, there are certain people who promote startups based on the ideas. How they are going to start, how based on your financial planning and business idea, venture capitalists, angel investors, banks, and of course, you can go public also in a certain cases in the first instance also. You can do that one, raise money for the purposes of raising the cost which will be involved, or otherwise investment which will be required for starting of a business. Since I am not able to hear you, I take a break here and let me ask you guys, you are able to hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you are all able to hear. At least you are able to see the screens at your end when I take up the various elements of business canvas. Locally, at least you guys are able to see.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you are able to locally see, it's okay, so that the lecture will not become a monologue, and you will be able to see that and take a call on that. Now, I come to the last element of the business model canvas. Once you have the customer in place, once you have the key infrastructure in place, once you have the partners in place, say for example, your distributing partners or transportation partners or warehousing partners or retailers or wholesalers, or even the business partner with regard to a particular branding. People do also let out branding. When all those things comes, you have raised the cost, you have started a business. Now there comes a revenue model. You start getting revenue. Revenue, you can get it in single unit and makes a huge amount. Revenue generation with regard to single unit is typical example is newspapers. The target is a huge target, targeting the entire town or entire state or entire district. But the revenue comes in a small amount of 3 rupees, 4 rupees, 5 rupees and 10 rupees. At the end of the day, lakhs and lakhs of the newspaper copies are sold, which converts into crores of rupees revenue model. Or otherwise, you can have a subscription model. As you are aware, pharma magazines are there, which are bi-monthly, monthly, quarterly. You can go for a subscription model also. So you subscribe and you get the services or the product on a staggered payment or a monthly or a scheduled payment, what we call it as in the business plan. Sometimes it will be a downtime payments, especially when it comes to capital projects. If you are going to a business plan of real estates, there comes a loan plus down payment schemes. So there is various models, including loan, including borrowings, including subletting, including getting money through leasing. So various models are available for the generation. To sum up for all of you, as I said, there are 9 basic components involved in the business model canvas. Centric being the customer. I am summarizing. First, you note down the key activities. What are the things I have to do for start of the business? Whether it is location, whether it is building, either it is manufacturing equipments. You identify all the key resources. After that, you identify all key activities, where to procure the raw material, whether you are close to the raw material site, or raw materials will be moved, or you will use you take a semi product and develop it, or you take a finished product and market it. So key activities you will note down based on the key resources. Based on that, no business in this 21st century, it's a standalone business. Of course, there are still family-based sole trading organizations, single person trading, where you do not have others. But many organizations, as I said, with regard to pharma, I will give you an example of Hyderabad and Telangana, since you guys are over there. Ready labs are there, products are manufactured, labs are centric, but the services are worldwide. Pharma market, according to the latest resources, it is whopping $42 billion market from India. Out of the 42 to $50 billion, 1/3 is an export market. So you need key partners, not only locally, not only regionally, not only state, not only national. You need internationally, you need key partners. Under key, there are 3 components. You guys can note down if you want to. Otherwise, presentation is there. Professor Shiny Madam will be distributing it to all. Key activities, key resources, key partners. These are the 3 key elements. The other 3 are C elements. Easily, K, K, K. Now C, 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 you can remember another 3 C elements are there. Customer relation, customer segment, and channels. As I said, no student will come back to the same institution, or they will recommend the institution, provided the institution does a good service for its customers. Accordingly, every customer becomes a spokesperson if he is a satisfied customer, or otherwise he becomes a spoiler. From spokesperson, he plays the role of a spoiler. He will ruin the business, and I know that having working in a university here, my review of my university, my own students, they are my customers. That reflects the satisfaction of the customers. The other 3, as I said, segments. Customer segments, as I said, it can be segmented towards kids, segmented toward men, segmented toward women, segmented towards elderly, or in totality also. They can serve everybody. You can see the diapers are concentrated towards kids, or otherwise concentrated towards elderly. Majorly, these are the 2 vulnerable groups. I keep giving the pharma examples so that you guys can relate healthcare. Why they go for only kids? Why they only go for elderly? Especially elderly support surgical equipments, support equipments, concentrating on elderly people who are not in a position to walk in stable condition. So I have talked about 3 Ks, key activities, key resources, key partners. The other one is customer relations, channels, and customer segment, 3 Cs. Under finance, there are 2, cost and revenue model. As I said, in order to make up the cost of your business, either you can get financed, or you can go for a loan, or you can go for a loan and equity, or you can go for angel investors or venture capitalist, provided you have an idea which can be transformed into business plan, which can be workoutable and make revenue. The last but not the least, I said, with regard to the revenue plan, various revenue plans, I said, daily plan to, weekly plan to, monthly plan to, yearly plan, and wholesome down payment plan also. So revenue comes. These 8 elements do have one thing in common in the centric, the 9th element, customer value. For customer value, you can see, I can give various brands. especially with regard to the pharma brands. Cipla has its own market. Mankind has its own market. Reddy's have its own market. All are value based. Nobody is in the market just for their own promotion campaigns. It is customer based. When it comes to you youngsters, I can give an example of Apple phone or Mac. Mac computers, Apple computers, or your iPhones. Macs and iPhones are having their own segment of elite segmentation. This is called elite segmentation. When it comes to automobiles, you can see Audi car is an elite segmentations. Jaguar is an elite segmentation. You have your own elite segmentations also. Coming back to a specific examples of pharma and healthcare. Whoever into implants, either you want to stent or other implants, hip joints, many people are there. Johnson made a mistake. They are out of the implants now. They are not able to come in at any stage. Once you lose the customer confidence, you are nowhere there. Now, I'm going to conclude with a few more examples with regard to pharma. You guys are aware about the Form EC, which delivers on time at doorsteps. That has came into existence in 2015. It is an idea. It is a business model canvas. This gentleman got an idea from the Ola. This gentleman has got an idea from the Uber. Why can't he develop an app and make a business out of it? Now he is making money like anything. His name is Dharmil Sheth. The same way, one person thought, these drugs are costly. Why can't I go for generic drugs? I will market only generic drugs. This guy is not key activity. It is not production. Key activity is marketing and distribution. His name is Ankur Agarwal. Now, key motto is every customer on an average says 10,000 rupees over the medical bill. See the kind of a value addition to the customer. It is a grand success. His net worth has gone from lakhs to crores in a year. The organization name is MedCot. To conclude, this business model canvas is one of the business model canvas. Once again, giving you an example of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh over there. Machulipatnam is known for its business from 8th century, 2500 years back. They were doing business across the world from that Machulipatnam port. They never had a business canvas plan, but they had one thing in idea. They never had a fear. Fear to fail. My dear students, if you have the fear to fail, kindly remove that one. This fear to fail should convert into fear to conquer, confidence to conquer. You guys will be achieved anything and everything. But the confidence is required. And more importantly, in my slide, I have talked about the design thinking. The thinking process goes for a toss of change. Every day, things are changing. You should be an innovator. This lecture is for innovation and incubation. Every human being is unique. Every human being is intelligent. In my faith, we'll say every human being is being crafted by the Lord Almighty in a wonderful way. You youngsters, if you have the dare to dream an idea. All these people, I have given you an example of Ankur Agarwal's MedCart, Dharmil Sheth, Form EC. All these people, they had only one dream to dream big and achieve beyond failure. There is another person called, once again into your pharma area, direct delivery at home. The institution name is Aadhar, generic Aadhar. His name is Arjun Deshpande. I am sure Papatala College of Pharmacy will create many innovator and incubator who will become great. To conclude, this business model canvas is a normal canvas. I sincerely believe each one of you, as I said, distinct individuals and unique personality. You take up a drawing in my Presentation, I have given the drawing board and the painting board over there. You guys are going to paint the colors with your own ideas, with your own caliber, with your own capacity to conquer. You people will make it a multicolored one. Just not entrepreneurs. That is much more. What is the takeaway from this lecture? You should be able to develop your own business model. This is only a model which has been promoted. If I just teach this one, it's only a theoretical one. That's why I have given a practical example of these three individuals who thought differently, who have promoted, one on distribution, one in on with regard to generic drugs, one is with regard to manufacturing. This is the way the world moves. I'm sure Bapatala College of Pharmacy students will conquer greater heights by three things. Dare to dream. Work hard to achieve a dream by through your own actions. Sky is not the limit. When we work in the period of Chandrayaan, when nobody has touched the part of the moon, we Indians touched. I hail from a small city, small village rather, down south. I have worked in Andhra too, in Vijayawada, in SRM University. Having coming from a small place, I can say, small place is not a constraint for you. Bapatala College of Pharmacy is not a constraint for you. Great people come from small places. Andhra Pradesh has created presidents. Andhra Pradesh has created great personalities in every field. Either it is computers, either it is governance, either it is political, either it is film industry. All sorts of people are entrepreneurs. I am sure you guys from Andhra are achievers. A stands for achieving. Let me conclude with a word, like a butterfly. Butterfly starts as a pupa, like a worm. But at the end of the day, it transforms into multiple colors. It flies to the sky. It conquers. It goes from flower to flower and makes them to convert the flowers into fruits and fruits into seeds, seeds into great forest. I'm sure Bapatala College of Pharmacy students, you guys, despite this technical hitch, you were able to hear. Love to see you guys, but technology has its own constraints sometimes. But I thank the administration of Bapatala College of Pharmacy, Professor Shiny, for contacting. Next time, Lord willing, we will meet on a separate one. So I conclude once again. You are the drawing board. You are the drawing master. You are going to color your life, color your studies, color your career, color your entrepreneurship. May Lord bless all of us. Thank you one and all. If you have any questions, I will take it. Hope we have completed in time. Madam, over to the students for any interaction. Hello? Hello?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Students, if you have any doubts, you can get clarified. I think students don't have any doubts, sir. First, I want to convey sorry to sir as well as all the audience for inconvenience happened during sharing of the presentation. That is due to the technical issue. I'm sorry for that. And thank you very much, sir, for spending your valuable time with us. And thank you very much. You have accepted our invitation and I approached you through social media. Thank you very much, sir, for the concept of business model canvas and also various elements explained. And also finally the motivational words you have spoken. And in spite of your busy schedule, thank you very much, sir, for spending your valuable time with us. And I also thank all the students who have participated in the session. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you all. May Lord bless the wonderful students of Baptala College. Thank you very much for you, ma'am, and to the administration and to the management of Baptala College of